guys. This is Zach Gamble. You're listening to the Why So Serious show.
For your cast of the Why So Serious show on BlazeRadioOnline.com.
It is Monday, and it is time for the Why So Serious show. I'm Jesse Morrison, joined alongside Alex Coyle, Mallory Schnell, Matt Kling, and Evan Osherwitz. And Alex, you can actually hear the sounds.
I can.
On Blaze, you can't.
Can hear the sound. Confirmed.
Anybody in the non-control room studio, or there's two mics at least in the non-control room studio where you're just guessing. You're throwing it out, you know.
Did you try turning up the volume?
Yeah,
I was always producing, and it was always
that one time when I produced.
Yeah, the one time that you produced, and then I was in there with the headphones that didn't play any sound, you know. I miss the studio. But we got more important things to talk about than the studio.
I miss college.
What'd you say?
I said I miss college.
Okay. All right. Well, Indy 500 happened yesterday, and it was kind of not the best race in the world, even leading up to the end. I didn't find it to be very compelling at all. There was one big crash that was kind of interesting. Luckily, everybody seemed to be okay, but the ending was atrocious. There was about like 7 laps left. There was a single car accident, a lot of debris over the track. Like, they could have made this a red flag, stop the cars, and then, continue under green. They decided to just keep the cars out there, and Sato beat Scott Dixon. Takuma Sato beat Scott Dixon on a caution, just slowly rolling toward the finish line. And nothing is more anticlimactic than an empty Indy 500 with them rolling toward the start-finish line with, under caution. It was.
I've got one more anticlimactic. Wait, no, Jesse, I've got one more anticlimactic. A doubleheader of NASCAR with Denny Hamlin winning one race and Kevin Harvick winning another.
Yeah,
where on the final lap, NBC Sports is showing Jimmy Johnson fighting for like 6th place or something.
Yeah.
That's how motorsports suck right now.
Yeah, well, at least they finished under green.
Wait, no, I take that back. There was this crazy, MotoGP finish. I don't even know what to call it.
I have another take about this in my What Are We Doing? But first, Mallory, put it on the poll. Is the most anticlimactic thing in sports the finish, what is it? Finishing under caution at the Indy 500 with no fans. Something like that. All right. Well, we're still waiting on one of our co-hosts to join so that we can talk about how the LPGA major was played this weekend before my wake up time. And then Dustin Johnson shot a -30. Just ridiculous. I don't think I've ever seen that before. So we'll go to NBA. Everybody watching the NBA playoffs?
Nope.
Yeah.
You're in there.
Well, my favorite team got swept and fired their coach today, rightfully so.
Mallory's got her broom sweep.
I've got a fact of the day. Hit me with the fact of the day, Sam.
An edited fact of the day, by the way.
Can we talk about the Brett Brown thing, though?
The fact of the day.
Travis
Wait,
Scene's out
what'd
of it.
you say? You said edited? Let me play it again. I didn't hear that.
The fact of the day. We want it now. The fact of the day.
The Indiana Pacers are the 5th team in NBA history to lose in the first round in 5 consecutive seasons.
Bye, Pacers. Bye, TJ Warren.
Cash considerations.
Wait, back to the Brett Brown thing, though. Does anyone think he was really the problem with this team?
No.
Heck no.
He was like a GM trying to save face and doing a really, really terrible job at it.
Okay, look, 2 years ago they peaked. Last year you could say they peaked since they had Butler. They made it a little bit further. But the best team was the team that beat the Heat 2 years ago in the first round. Not last year's team. Last year, then again, last year's team, if they made free throws, would have been probably in the NBA Finals. But
if the Kawhi shot didn't happen, that team is at least in the conference finals.
No, they would have lost in overtime. They would have needed to make free throws in that game to win.
Well, if the Kawhi didn't happen, they would have won because that was the game-tying shot. Or no, right.
That was a game-winning shot. It was tied.
Could have gone to the conference finals.
But the thing is, yes, Brett Brown is a fall guy in the situation. And, he has been with the team since they had 10 wins. He was in the bad years of the Sixers, the really bad years that they were able to draft Simmons and Embiid. Simmons has not played up to his potential, and the Sixers have not played to their potential with Embiid. They needed shooters. They had very bad shooters, and were in a bad situation essentially. Even though statistically they were a better team without Simmons, they could not win without Simmons in the playoffs. Give the Celtics some credit. They're a good team. They might beat Toronto. Who knows?
The Celtics are heavily stepped on, but that's not why the bench scored 16 points in an elimination game. The Simmons injury didn't help, but I think they were still going to be a quick exit whether or not he played.
It was a predictable quick exit. It was a predictable firing, but at the same time, the management needs to learn how to evaluate players and sign good players. That's my take on the whole situation.
The best thing to come out of the bubble for the Sixers was Matisse Thybulle's vlogs. That's it.
Right. Kind of building off that, does this officially mean the end of the process, though?
I've never trusted the process.
I think you have to move some pieces around here because this team is just not built to win right now. I don't know who you move out.
You can't blow it up again and start the process all over again, can you?
Yeah, you can.
That is what I think this team needs right now is a revamped roster. I don't know who you move out, but some big pieces do need to be moved.
Well, I'd like to shift the focus to the darling of the bubble, Luka.
Hold on. We have the most important thing to talk about. I'm going to bring it back. Before we get to NBA, we need to talk about what Chris Paul did today because I thought it was a really, really good move on his part. And
what did Chris Paul do?
I think that we need to make sure that we touch on this because on our show, I think that we need to make sure that we don't just gloss over talk about sports. So Chris Paul, obviously there was another shooting police brutality thing in Wisconsin, and Chris Paul, after maybe the most emotional win of the season for his team, even with the series, he was asked a basketball question and instead went with this answer, and I thought it was just super, selfless by him and just really kind of sticking to what they said they were going to come down to the bubble for to promote social justice, and I think that it's a great move by Chris Paul, and I'm gonna share my screen and play it.
It's all going well. I just want to send my prayers out to Jacob Blake and their family. The things that we decided to come down here to play for, and we said we're gonna speak on the social injustice and the things that continue to happen to our people. It's not right. It's not right. So the win is good, but voting is real. I'm going to challenge all my NBA guys, other sports guys. Let's try to get our entire teams registered to vote. You know what I mean? There's a lot of stuff going on in the country. Sports is cool, it's good and well. It's how we take care of our families. But those are the real issues that we got to start addressing.
Anybody have any thoughts?
I think you see a lot of football teams doing this, and I'm sure there have been other teams. But upon when they enter their facility for the first time for the season, they register them to vote, and I think that's make sure you have access. Make sure you educate the people that may not know how to get registered to vote on the whole process, how it all works, because there's a lot of people that don't even know how it works. I mean, I'm lucky enough to know what goes on, but a lot of people aren't. And I think making sure everybody in the league is or even across sports is registered would be huge.
Yeah. Okay. And so with that, we will move on to something that
Can we go back to the not so serious stuff then?
Yes.
Yeah. Did you see that James Harden took out a hand sanitizer dispenser?
No, but what I did see on Twitter last night was Shaquille O'Neal's name trending. And for the same reason why Bo Bichette's name was trending, the other.
Oh, yes.
I'm just going to pull a few of my favorites that I saw. Shaquille O'Neal on the cover of Quaker Oats, Shaquille Oatmeal. Then we've got Shaquille O'Neal goes on a game show, Shaquille O'Deal or No Deal. Here's another one. There's a lot of Shaquille O'Squeals that are good. Shaquille O'Neal is scared of spiders. Shaquille O'Squeal. Shaquille O'Neal gets surprised. Shaquille O'Squeal. This is my favorite. Shaquille O'Neal sees a mouse run across the kitchen floor, revealing a long buried phobia. Shaquille O'Squeal. That was my favorite, just because all the Shaquille O'Squeals are my favorite because he's so big. Like, you don't see him being scared of anything, but like at the same time, like there must be something that like Shaq has like, I mean, there's times when he's talked about like, I'm not doing that. Like, so you could definitely see him like being scared of a spider or something, even though he's that big. So
that's not the best thing on Twitter during the playoffs. Come on now. You know what the best thing on Twitter is?
The bubble life.
No, it's Amin El Hassan's Patino game after a team gets bounced.
By the way, Amin El Hassan has gone insane during the – have you seen him?
He looks great.
He hasn't shaved or gotten a haircut since like maybe like the first of the year. I don't know, but like –
Yeah, but the Patino game is the most interactive thing I've seen. It's more interactive than the Bucci Overtime Challenge because all you have to do is tweet a random former player of a team saying, so-and-so is not walking through that door, and he'll retweet you and, like, give respect to you if you give someone really random. So just look up, just go on Amin's Twitter. You'll see all the random Pacers from today. It is the best thing on Twitter every NBA.
Hardaway, Pacer.
What's that?
Hardaway Sr., Pacer.
Huh?
Tim Hardaway Sr. was a Pacer. I found that out this weekend. Played 10 games, I believe.
Yeah.
Alex's team.
Okay. I mean, all right. So, whatever. I'm not even going to – no.
All right, so we were talking about Luka, right? That guy's kind of good, eh? He's kind of better than like 95% of the NBA on one leg.
Yeah. Yep.
One's muted. I wanted to talk about regular season / PG 13% /
Hang on. Before you do that, where did Tim Hardaway Jr. go to high school?
Valparaiso High School.
That's not what it is, but he played in my – yeah, no. Okay, move on. That was the wrong one.
I just assumed it was –
he was from technically – no, we'll move on.
Also, did you or did you not sing Back Home in Indiana as loud as pop?
Okay, what I just did was another C.J. Watson / or whatever it was.
It was C.J. Watson, and you said "Go Bulls" to C.J. Miles.
That's right.
Gave you the best look of it that I've ever seen in my life. It was like,
yeah.
He literally confused he confused C.J. Miles with C.J. Watson.
Yeah, just had another one of those moments. So next.
It was great. But I want to talk about PG 13% or Pandemic P or regular season P, whatever you want to call him. I think Pandemic.
You're the guy who sucks.
I think Pandemic P is extremely disrespectful. I'm not gonna lie. I think it's pretty bad form. Like, I'm not gonna call him Pandemic P, but like, be my guest. If you really want to call him Pandemic P, then whatever. But I like PG 13% the best. This is Paul George, and let me tell you, maybe Playoff P is the worst nickname in sports history. Like, it is so bad. He's been.
Can I do a Charles Barkley guarantee?
Yes.
Yeah.
I guarantee the Mavericks are winning the series.
Wow.
Guarantee.
Wow. The Clippers are gonna win the next 2 games.
I disagree.
Clippers.
I also disagree. I could see the Clippers winning the series, but they're not going to win the next 2. Who has all the momentum right now? Who beat them with their second leading scorer out? Whose best player dropped 43 in a triple-double on one good leg?
Who's your team?
Mavs fan.
Who is it?
Mavs fan.
Right.
The
No
Clippers are winning the series.
they
They're the
would
most
win
talented
2
roster in the NBA.
No one thought they would win 2 games.
Wait, hold on. What did I just hear what Jesse just said?
All around most talented roster in the NBA, unless playoff P is PG 13%.
Well, Patrick Beverly is still out until further.
I think you're talking about the Mavs. I'm like,
No
what-
chance.
No, the Clippers. They have Kawhi and Paul George and the Williams and.
Look, we know, Jesse, that you're a bandwagon Clipper fan. So
I'm a very much a bandwagon Clipper fan. Kawhi.
you got that one from China, right?
If he got it
Store. What are you talking
Tell
about?
everyone.
$15.
$15. He tells
No,
us
what are you
everyone
talking about?
how much it is.
What do you? I don't know what you're talking about. I plead the fifth. It says NBA Store on it. I mean,
You can neither confirm nor deny.
Yeah.
Jesse goes to a party wearing the jersey. He gets compliments on it. He goes, "Thanks, got it for $15 from China."
that sounds about right.
I don't know what you're talking about, Mallory. I don't go to parties.
Put this on the poll. Put this on the poll, Mallory. Is the guy that tells you how much he paid for a jersey?
An offshore jersey.
Is the guy who tells you how much is the guy who at a party tells you how much he paid for the jersey he's wearing a jackass?
Yes.
What? I don't know what I did. But
You didn't do anything wrong.
Going back to the Mavs
Let's start
Clippers.
juggling basketballs.
I'm going back to the Mavs Clippers. Go with 3, and then it'll be impressive. You just dropped 2. Go to the bathroom. Get out of here. Get out of here. Get out of here.
Hey, whatever country I land on is the country he got his jersey from. Spain. Got it from Spain.
I didn't actually. I got it from. It says I got it from the NBA store, so that's what I'm gonna go with. However, going back to that Clippers Mavs game, it was the best game of the bubble so far, like 100%.
Rockets and Thunder were really good on Saturday.
Yeah, Rockets.
Anytime you got two ASU guys battling it out, like actually battling it out defensively, or I guess
Both of
one-on-one,
those
not
games
really
have
defensively.
been fantastic.
Say it again?
Both of those games have been fantastic. Saturday and today.
Yeah.
Lou Jordan's been doing a tremendous job.
I'm cheering for him, by the way. Not.
Oh, 100% agree. Yeah.
I think
I
everyone,
also like Chris Paul.
everyone
Chris
that's
Paul.
not a Rockets fan is on Team Lou.
What do you
Hey.
Who do you think is the most at risk of getting bounced of the higher seeds? The Clippers, the Nuggets, or the Rockets?
Nuggets right now. No, Nuggets right now for sure.
Where are the Nuggets playing?
The Jazz.
And they're down 3-1. They don't win their
Oh,
next
they're
game.
down 3-1 already?
Yeah, they're out if they don't win their next game. They're easily the most vulnerable of
How
those.
are they that, like, what talent do they have? Like, this is obviously me non-NBA paying attention, but, like, what talent do they have besides
The Nuggets. The Nuggets.
Team on paper, they have Jokic, Millsap,
I feel
Garrett.
like that's not, like, you know, are they, like basically built like the Rays where they're just, like, so deep?
Kinda, yeah. But some of their cost control youth has been exposed these playoffs, like Michael Porter Jr., who has
I never liked him at all.
he transformed into barbecue chicken against the Jazz shooters. They're shooting like 67%, have like 150 points combined when he's their primary defender. That's a stat I saw on Twitter today from some Jazz beat writer. Yeah, he's been getting absolutely.
Shout out to that guy.
Yeah, no, props to him for sure.
Here's why the Rockets are the team the most on the brink is because it's because the Jazz, I mean, if the Nuggets win or the Jazz win, it's the same team winning. So therefore it's not an upset because the Nuggets and the Jazz are the exact same team. There's no difference there. It's literally just watching two of
Hang
the
on. One team is led by a point guard. The other is led by a center/power forward.
What?
I argue Jamal Murray's been Denver's best player, though.
Oh, I forgot about Jamal Murray.
It's one guard and one big. They wear a lot of uniforms, and they play in the mountains. That's all I gotta say. They're the exact same teams. They're in the Western Conference. They both have blue in their uniforms.
Over this, there are a ton of similarities between these two teams, right down to the branding, uniforms, roster makeup, like who they rely on for their star players. Like it's so similar. It's so similar.
Yeah, they're not. They're like whoever wins this series is the same team winning this series.
So basically, they're the A's and the Rays.
Yeah.
But if they had like the
ballparks
and say
low payroll, win games.
Like win 90 games consistently.
Only difference is that the Rays got swept by the Orioles.
What, 7 years ago?
Like 2 weeks ago.
Oh, I thought you were talking playoffs. Okay, all right. Yeah.
No. Oh, by the way, Tampa Bay Rays, you're talking about playoffs with Tampa Bay. Playoffs?
Breaking news.
Joseph Madden, World Series
Phineas and Ferb is back.
Huh?
Phineas and Ferb is coming back.
Wow.
You know what? Here, I got a prediction. I guarantee you they're going to do it all.
Alex, get out of here. Just leave. I'm at least muting you for like a minute. He's already come back. This is his second show back, and he unmuted himself. This is his second show back, and he's already just coming here with those terrible jokes. They're so bad. All right.
No, that is your jokes.
Original movie, Phineas and Ferb coming soon on Disney Plus.
Oh, it's a movie. It's not like a show.
They can't do it all then.
Yeah, they're gonna not do it. Mallory, put
They're
on the
going to
poll.
do some of it. Some of it.
Mallory, put on the poll. Is the Phineas and Ferb movie going to do some of it? Put the answers, some of it, or do it all. Also, the Pacers did not stave off elimination. Mallory's Miami Heat, they won and swept Mallory the broom. Okay, yeah. And it was
Conference playoffs are going to begin on Thursday. So
yes, like the Eastern Conference first round has been an absolute joke.
The Bucks series is going to end on Wednesday, and they're going to start playing on Friday. So
I'm confident. I'm confident about the Heat going up against the Bucks. Like, not that much of a challenge for the Heat.
Also, is it sad that the Bucks are the only higher seed in the Eastern Conference to lose a game?
Orlando's pretty good in game ones, though. They won game one against the Raptors last year, and they sort of had home court advantage this year. So, it makes sense.
Pretty good in game ones.
And Chris Middleton, like, he went off in the last game, but those first couple of games, he looked exactly like he usually does in the playoffs, just a complete liability. So I'm honestly not even surprised the Magic were able to steal a game from them.
Put it on the poll. Are the Magic pretty good in game ones?
Yeah.
Yeah, put those in quotes, Mallory. Also, okay, so this is not because Mallory and Jeremy are good friends and co-hosts of the show most of the time. But I really think that Miami's going to beat Milwaukee, and then I also really think that Toronto's got a good chance to go to the finals over Milwaukee. So Milwaukee's like my third choice because I just think that Toronto and Miami are way more built for playoff basketball than Milwaukee. Milwaukee's a really good regular season.
We're forgetting the Celtics.
Miami?
I don't love Kemba Walker, Jaylen Brown, Jason Tatum. Like, who are they gonna have that's gonna?
That's a big three.
Yeah, but who's gonna defend?
That is not a big three.
Who's gonna defend?
They probably have the best coach too. Well, Nick Nurse.
Nurse is definitely the best coach.
Brad Stevens, though. Come on.
Why did he win Coach of the Year then? Why
Forget about Eric.
I'm not saying Nick Nurse isn't, but Brad
Eric Spoelstra's the best coach in the Eastern Conference. Come on.
Okay, Jerry's feeding you that crap in your ear. Yes.
No. It's not them. Believe me, all I do is doubt the Heat to them. In private.
The first time I've heard Jesse talk good about the Heat in a long time. But Eric Spoelstra and Popovich are the two best coaches in the league.
Yeah, we're talking Eastern Conference, though. We're talking Eastern Conference.
Well, Greg Popovich about to be an Eastern Conference head coach here in a couple weeks.
What?
The Nets.
Yeah, they're trying to get Popovich, yeah.
Pop will retire. Pop is 70 years old.
Where did Greg Popovich go to high school?
Oh, goodness.
Valparaiso High School.
No, Maryville High School, same conference, though.
Is there a thing about these high schools that I should know about?
They're just close to Alex, so he has to shout.
Yeah, my high school are in the same conference.
Yeah, it's like if I was just like, dang, this guy we played him in the state championship once. It's so dumb. But yeah.
He still lives there though. He lives in East Chicago.
Popovich does?
Yes, he lives in the region.
Oh.
219.
Did he play basketball in high school?
I think so.
Back in the 60s?
I think it was, yeah.
Yeah, it would be the 60s. Back before the 3-point line. Back when
before the 3-point line.
Wait, yeah, like 15 years before the 3-point line. Yeah, but Spo is definitely the best coach in the Eastern Conference. Like what he has done with this team is very good. He's also got 2 championships. He was able to get. Think about it.
Figure your piece out, Jesse.
When does LeBron go to a place and the coach from the first year of LeBron's tenure doesn't get fired? Only Eric Spoelstra. Think about it.
He was so close to getting fired, though. He was so close to getting fired.
No, he wasn't.
No.
Riley was going to take over again.
But it didn't. I think that was just media speculation.
Spo
is the best. Spo has 2 champions. Technically,
3.
Hang on.
He was on the.
It's a real hard-hitting question, though. Where did Brad Stevens go to college?
Butler.
No, he did not.
Coached at Butler.
Coached at Butler. Indiana connection.
Indiana University, Purdue University,
DePaul University, Greencastle, Indiana.
Is that the DPAUW team? Are they Division 1?
Division 3.
Jesus.
All right. Well, there's some other NBA stuff. Obviously, Kobe's birthday was yesterday. Would have been 42 years old. Sad that obviously that he's not around. But man, was he like with Diana Taurasi yesterday? Did you guys see that?
Mm-hmm.
That photo though. Shout out ASU grad Evan.
Shout out Evan Milstein, baby.
Yeah, he put so she wore a number 8 Kobe Bryant jersey, like the Mercury. It was a Mercury jersey, but it said 8 and Bryant on the back. I guess they just gave her some sort of exemption to be able to do that. And she scored 34 points. And if you've watched Diana Taurasi recently, still good, but she's not really going out there and dropping 34 points and looking like amazing. So I don't know. Maybe Kobe was with her a little bit there yesterday. So I thought that was pretty insane. Like I wasn't watching WNBA yesterday, and then I got the notification or whatever that she was like, Doug Feinberg of the AP covered. He's like the national women's basketball writer. He tweets, "Of course, Diana Taurasi would do something like this today." And I looked at the box with like 30 points. I was like, "Whoa!" So I watched like the last 5 minutes of it. But yeah, Phoenix Mercury though kind of struggling. They won yesterday, but Brittany Griner left the bubble for like no apparent reason. Just personal stuff is like basically what I saw. Anybody else?
It's a huge loss for the Mercury there.
Where's
Yeah.
Skylar Diggins?
A huge loss because she's so tall.
Where's the loser game show sound?
Wow.
Wow.
Where did Skylar Diggins go to college?
Notre Dame. It's also Skylar Diggins Smith, sir.
She was Skylar Diggins when she was dominating for Muffet McGraw and the Irish.
There it is. Okay. That's
I'll have that on standby.
That was such a dad joke too. It's so bad. But I hope she's okay. Like she has well documented, personal struggles. And so I hope she's, maybe she's just like, they've talked about how in the NBA, like the players are getting a little antsy, but like it's got to be like a little, when you're not playing basketball, it's got to be super boring. You've got to feel a little more safe down there, I feel like, but it's got to be super boring.
I don't think.
What'd you say?
She hurt or no?
No, she just left for personal reasons. That's all it said. But like maybe she just wants to see her family, like, and she's got the right to do that. Like it's like if she wants to just leave, like it's just like, I mean, it's putting her team in a bad spot. But like if there's bigger things in life and sports, as Chris Paul said. So like it's interesting to me. Yeah. It'll be interesting if she comes back. And it'll be interesting if Sabrina Ionescu comes back because
She's not.
I don't think she's going.
Still has another month and a half, right?
No, but I just saw yesterday she doesn't need surgery. An article like yesterday that was posted like Saturday, and I was like,
didn't it happen like 2 weeks ago or a month ago?
2 or 3, but it's a grade 3 sprain, which is like almost a surgery requiring injury. And like she was supposed to come back, but with a team that's just not that good, you don't want to risk it, in my opinion.
Thanks for another number 1 draft pick.
What's that?
Thanks for another number 1 draft pick.
Yeah, I don't know who would be number 1 this year. I mean, like all the great players have basically graduated. I mean, there's a few more, but like that whole Oregon team was like, 1, 2, and then like 9, and so they're not going to be there anymore. But Mallory, do you have a bub date of NBA bubble?
I have a few things. Let me pull it up. First things first is I was a virtual fan yesterday in the bubble for not yesterday, on Saturday.
You have to pay for this, or is that free?
It's free. Here's me
I'm gonna be a virtual fan for the. There it is. There she is. Are you up there in the top next to the?
I see ya.
Yeah. Next to Spider-Man, it looks like.
Yep.
I'm gonna be in the. I'm gonna try to do that. I'm gonna try to do that for one of my Clippers games.
I'm gonna do one for a Raptors game and say go CJ Miles.
He's not even on the team anymore.
My point.
He might be out of the league. He was really bad last year.
Hence why I didn't know who he was.
He was a lot better than C.J. Watson.
C.J. Watson, bro, bang from 3.
But yeah,
I think the ball and the piano.
I don't think he's had lessons. Just a thought. Also, like, that seems like a very small keyboard, and he's a very large man.
Yeah.
That's probably a normal size keyboard.
Yeah,
That's how big he is.
Yeah. He might need like a specially made. He probably needs specially made musical instruments if he ever wants to get into it. Like, there's no way. Like,
they're calling Marcus Smart the new Dan Marino.
Scoot back a little bit. Yeah. Oh my God. No, that's not.
Got a pretty good throw. New Dan Marino.
You know, Luguentz Dort is the next Marcus Smart. He's going to have that type of role his entire career.
Yeah, that's a very good analogy. Luguentz Dort's.
That's what I thought he was in the draft. I was kind of surprised that the Celtics didn't try to.
Well, his shooting wasn't that good at ASU. Like today, he was saucing from 3, but he.
Well, that was one of the reasons why people wanted him to stay, was to learn how to shoot. But his defense has always been phenomenal.
Also, I mean, Marcus Smart can't really shoot.
Right.
He's had multiple years.
At all. He's known as a 3-and-D guy, Jesse. He's his entire brand. And if you
look at his stats, bro. Look at his stats.
The eye test from 3. He's a good 3-point shooter.
The eye test. The eye test is no, we're not going to get on the eye test. We're going to look at the numbers and see.
If you're talking about whether or not he can shoot, the eye test is fine because you can clearly.
No. Eye test is like effort and stuff like that, whether they play well as a team. Shooting is such a thing that you can it's like.
He's a 32% 3-point shooter.
It's so easy to value that it's very easy to keep track of how good a shooter is.
Bro, his second
season, you have good form and just be just brick city.
Yeah, his second season though in the NBA, 25%. The year after that, 28%. Career high 36%. Pretty good. But 35 is like he's at least an average to below average 3-point shooter. And his overall field goal percentage, not great. 37%. What?
What are his assist numbers?
His assist. Oh, I'm not saying he's a bad player, but I'm just saying
that's what I'm
4.1 for his career, mostly coming. I mean, he started the past couple of years a lot, but majority of his games.
He's in for defense.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, he was kind of he kind of had a disappointing college career. Like he was supposed to be the.
Oklahoma State.
He was supposed to be.
Did he shove the fan
What's up?
Was he the one that shoved the fan at like Texas Tech or Texas
No,
A&M?
I think that was a different player.
No, he did do that. There
Oh.
was a reason, though. I'm not going to put too fine a point on it, but the guy deserved it.
Oh, I 100% agree. 100%. He deserved it, but he deserved it.
Yeah, wasn't he suspended for a long time? No, he wasn't. No, but they played. Yeah, he played 2 years. He was supposed to be a total one and done guy, but had to come back for a second year because people had questions about him, which are valid questions. He's shown that he is a good but limited player in the NBA. So, but random Marcus Smart conversation. I don't know why we got a Lou Dort.
Because Lou Dort is going to be Marcus Smart. That's the career he's gonna have.
Lou Dort should have been drafted. Also, the key to the Denver Nuggets' success is playing Michael Jordan more, which is actually Bol Bol. Bol Bol is better than Michael Jordan, and we can all agree with that, right, Mallory?
What? I wasn't paying attention.
Bol Bol
Exactly. Good call. Good answer.
Bol Bol is better than Michael Jordan.
No.
Go back to nothing.
If the Nuggets played Bol Bol more, they would be better. Bol Bol should have been the number one pick. He should have all the shoe deals. He's the greatest player I've ever seen in my life. Nobody at that size has ever done that before. And he is going to revolutionize the game. Get ready for at least 7 All-Star appearances.
Hang on. Did he do something special? Because I completely missed it.
Miami Heat legend, drafted by the Miami Heat.
Points in a bubble exhibition game, and Jesse
He was
felt
really good. No. Did you see him at Oregon, though? Wow, those first 9 games. Wow. Did you see him in high school highlights? You didn't have to step forward in college for him to be better than Jordan, in my opinion. He is the best player I've ever seen in my life. He is revolutionizing the game. He's changing the way the game is played. It is unbelievable. It is remarkable. It is the greatest achievement on the hardwood that I've ever seen in my life.
On board, what are we talking? Can we move on to a different topic?
I mean, I could honestly go the rest of the show just talking about how great Bol Bol is. I mean, he's 7 feet plus.
All right, this is my what are we doing?
All in favor of
Jesse say aye.
He can be a shooting guard. He can be a small forward. He can be a power forward.
Mallory, put your hand up.
He is so good at everything that he does. Well, he's almost as good as Kawhi Leonard.
Jesse.
You have to listen to him.
Let's just mute ourselves and stop our video, and then I'll stop talking.
Yeah. We'll just
I
all
just moved on to the next segment. I don't know. We just had to talk about.
What are we doing?
I'm gonna talk hockey.
I didn't see any problems with what we did, but my what are we doing is the Indy 500 rules. Or just Indianapolis IndyCar rules are terrible. I think that they need to make sure that there's an overtime. If there is a chance to finish under caution, no, you do what NASCAR does. You add 2 laps under green. It's the most fair. That's all I got. That race was stupid. It was anticlimactic, and it was really not what I was looking forward to for weeks. So whoever wants to go next.
I'll go. So I actually feel bad about this because I love the guy who I'm about to rip to shreds, but I think it was after game 1 of the Rockets Thunder series that Charles Barkley called James Harden the best 1v1 player of all time. And he has proven over the last 2 or 3 games that not only is he not the greatest 1v1 player of all time, but he can't even get around an undrafted rookie free agent. So, Charles, I'm going to have to roast him. Lou Dort is good at defense, but if he's the greatest 1v1 player of all time, he should be able to make mincemeat of a guy like that. He has not done anything near that. He completely laid an egg today, and now the series is tied. So Charles, just have better takes.
Yeah, it's really unfortunate that Charles had that take because we all know who the best 1v1 player of all time is, and that man is named Bol Bol.
It's obviously Bol Bol.
It's obviously Bol Bol. I mean, the only other player with an argument is my man Kawhi Leonard. Hopefully they reunite to win multiple championships.
Reunite? They're on the same team?
I mean, they unite to win multiple championships. This is what I meant. I'm gonna go walk to the other room for a little bit, but you guys keep going.
What are we doing? What are we doing?
Alex?
I mean, that whole thing was my what are we doing? Just that display.
All right. My what are we doing? The Heat Twitter account. They stole my tweet They like took the video that I tweeted and tweeted the same thing like 5 minutes later. It is not loading right now. Give me a second. I think my Wi-Fi, or no. Okay. Anyway, I tweeted a video from All-Star Weekend of Duncan Robinson saying, "Bring out the brooms." And I thought it was appropriate to tweet right after. Okay, here it is.
That's my bad.
It's spinning. You know, my opinion on this is I think this is not an attack on Mallory, but she definitely thinks she's a little more important than she actually is these days. Like I think that I don't think that Mallory actually influenced the Heat Twitter account to do that. I'm sorry to I hate what?
You don't think that?
I mean, maybe she did. I mean, sometimes she knows too many. She knows a lot of celebrities for being so, for not even being 20 years old yet. But I don't know if they stole it from her. I'm just gonna say that. Like
I tweeted at 6:27 p.m. They tweeted it at 6:31 p.m.
Did you take the video?
I didn't take the video. Like,
Yes, sir. Bring out the brooms.
you know,
I'm sure somebody with Heat social media brought that.
Put it on the poll. Did they steal it?
they stole. I know. I'm not gonna drop names, but I do know the social media team for the Heat.
Do they follow you on Twitter?
I don't want to expose, but possibly.
Mallory, put it on the poll. Put it on the poll. Shoot, I just forgot what I was going to say. Terrible radio. I can't believe that
This isn't radio. This is Zoom.
Well, it's podcasting. It's terrible radio. I apologize to all of our listeners.
So how do you want me to do this? What are we doing? Because it is a play that just transpired while we were taping the show. And it is, as my former co-host Alec Hendon put it, drunk baseball.
We love drunk baseball, especially in the bleachers of Wrigley Field.
Do you want me to describe the play, or do you want me to show the play? What would be funny?
Show the play.
I would rather describe the play.
Okay, yeah, describe it.
Do both. Do both, and we'll decide which one's better.
Describe it first, and we'll see if you did a good job describing.
Yeah, okay, yeah. Good idea. Good idea.
So this is the Rockies and the Diamondbacks. The Rockies are up 3-2 in the bottom of the fifth inning, 1 out. Ketel Marte hits it the opposite way, pops it up. Left fielder's going to make a catch. Cole Calhoun was on first. He ran back to first. The ball okay, let me rephrase that. So Calhoun was off first. He runs back to first. The throw comes toward first. The throw gets skipped away from the first baseman. The catcher's backing him up. Calhoun's trying to get to second. The catcher throws the ball, nails him in the helmet. Calhoun gets to second, but he's called out.
Wow.
Because essentially, Calhoun stuck his head in front of the ball, heading it like a soccer ball. So he was called out, and Torey Lovullo got ejected. So,
can we see this now?
Do you want me to share the screen, or do you want me to show it on my phone?
Share the screen.
By the way, we all went to school. To learn how to be broadcasters, and that took you forever to.
Hey, hold on. Where did Cole Calhoun go to college?
Arizona State. Jeremy, you come in here, talking about how everyone should be such a professional broadcaster, and you show up 50 minutes into the show.
Yeah. Yeah, what the hell? What the hell? Exactly.
Exposing his DMs.
Someone just got doxxed.
Hold on. I can't. Here we go.
Torey Lovullo.
So here's the play.
Doesn't normally do a good job managing
It's down the street for me.
Good catch.
Alex, why didn't we go to this game?
Just watch.
Oh no. Oh no!
Wait, is that the
I
catcher?
gotta get a replay of this.
Why is the catcher playing first base?
You
He
backed
backed
up
him up on the throw.
Jesse, did you never play baseball?
I did, but I've never in my life of watching baseball seen a catcher between second and first.
They're always backing up first base.
They back
That's
up.
what
I've never seen a catcher between second and first my entire life.
Why is he out? The guy dropped the ball.
He obstructed the throw.
Obstructed the throw.
Come on,
Like,
Tony.
He's in the baseline.
Intention. He stuck his head out.
It was in the guy's glove. He just dropped it.
No, it hit him in the head.
On the way to second, apparently, they're saying.
Put up mask fell again. Oh, I got to put it up. Yeah. Arguing in 2020.
Bring it back up.
Replay
All right,
it.
here we go.
Here.
He's like,
Up.
go, jog, 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 jog. Doink.
Yeah.
That's intentional.
Yeah.
Also, do the Colorado Rockies still wear the jerseys from like 2003 that were really popular? The cutoff sleeves. Like, no one wears that anymore other than the Colorado Rockies. Like, it's a good look. Like, not going to lie. I'm a big fan. Like, especially when the D-backs did it. Like, that was a good look. But, like, nowadays it just looks a little bit outdated. I don't know what y'all think.
Shout out to Tori Lavella for sticking up for
What are
this
you
player.
doing?
What'd you say?
I said, baseball, you're drunk. What are you doing?
Yeah,
was
people are
pretty good.
very drunk this season. They've been just doing it on the fly, as Tim Kirchin said on the show. We got a lot of baseball coming up.
Jesse, and here's to your point. We wouldn't get that argument where Tori Lavella kept pulling his mask up if there were robot umps.
Wait, no, yes.
No, that is a very judgment call. A robot could not make that call.
Yeah, that Jeremy, we're talking about robot umps for the strike zone, dude. We're not talking. It's like there's no way they can do that.
How does MLB The Show make their calls? Huh? It's automated, right?
Yeah, but it's never very good. Jeremy, we can't do that on the base paths, bro.
Why? Well, why not?
How do we use the power of veto on this show? I'm sorry.
I don't know. Personally, the umpires have been terrible this year behind the plate. They've been awful. Yes, I like a good managerial ejection, but I'd rather not have my team striking out on a pitch down low in the zone. Automated strike.
Or what about throwing a ball that's dead center over the plate?
That's a strike.
At 100 miles an hour.
Yeah,
That's a ball in some cases.
Yeah, well, it's been really.
The reason for that though, there have been I think between 6 and 10. I don't know what the exact number is of umpires making their MLB debut this year. So they like.
Yeah, well, you know what?
Finally umpires, like they're not.
You know what would be better if the umpire stands behind home plate, has some AirPods in, gets the strike call, and says, "Ha!"
Or they go Houston Astros and have a buzzer on their shoulder.
Or that's
Allegedly.
also reckless speculation, allegedly. Or you're suspended from being an umpire if you suck. That's my other option. If you suck,
God.
you gotta get better.
This
Don't-
is the thing
no,
you don't like.
Robots aren't gonna fix this. Here's my new take. No robots. Just get better at your job.
Thank you.
Get better at your job. And if you don't, you're out. You're suspended. Joe West, I think he's actually not a bad umpire,
He
but
doesn't believe in the virus.
that's unfortunate. But as
Are you
far as like Angel Hernandez, like Angel Hernandez,
The guy whose name is Cowboy Joe doesn't believe in the corona. Like, really? You should have seen that one coming.
Mallory, put it on the
That wasn't
poll.
funny. So
Are you
anyway,
surprised that Cowboy?
you're talking about Angel Hernandez.
Hold on. I gotta ask Mallory to put it. on
We're calling out Angel. Do it, Jesse. Call out Angel Hernandez right now.
After I ask Mallory to put
Call him out.
Mallory, are you surprised that quote unquote Cowboy Joe thinks the virus is a hoax? Yes
Yeah,
or
it's not funny.
actually yes and yes, or no and no. You're not surprised. But no, Angel Hernandez. If he's gonna be this bad, he needs to be suspended for an entire season, and then next year, if he's bad again, then he's fired. Then he's
So-
What
fired.
about a fine system?
Hang on, here we go. Okay. You're going to suspend umpires for missing one call longer than you're going to suspend anybody that actually cheated to win a World Series.
Oh no,
Allegedly.
no. The Astros players.
Not allegedly, like that's factual.
No.
Do we know that
The
that
report, yes.
singular players did this?
No.
Yes. Then why is Carlos Beltran not a manager anymore?
Yes. Okay. No. Here's what needed to happen to the Astros. They can play whatever, but the team needs to be like the NCAA. They need to ban them from the postseason.
I even hate
Astros
that.
can't-
No, because you can't take history away. Like it happened.
No. I'm not saying ban them
Take
from
the
that
future
postseason.
away.
I'm saying ban the team from this postseason.
Oh, I like that.
Yeah, and don't suspend them. They can play, have fun in the regular season, but you're not playing for anything, bro.
And make them have the last pick in every round so they can't tank.
I mean, the Patriots get their draft picks taken away all the time. Why can't the Astros get their draft picks taken away?
They did. Like 2.
Because Rob Manfred has no control.
Jesse, can you finish that song? Do you have a beautiful song that you've made up for us?
No, I really don't.
That's it?
It was
The whole
just
song?
it wasn't really a song. It was just like a.
Can I do my What Are We Doing?
Yeah, I thought yours was the same as mine.
What was yours?
Indy 500.
Yeah, well, that's terrible. But
Nah, okay.
Colin Cowherd.
What are we doing?
Again, Jeremy, he's paid to do this. I don't really have a problem.
Colin Cowherd decided that he didn't know anything about the Miami Heat and that we have the Miami Heat has no shooters. No shooters.
Well, Duncan Robinson?
Yeah.
Tyler
In Los
Hero.
Angeles, he probably doesn't know what he's talking about. Like, give him a break, dude.
And then he's like, Bam Adebayo, who's he? He only averages 10 and 8. Bam averages 15, 10, and 5, by the way, Colin, just for your information. And
He could be averaging that in the bubble.
no,
That was the regular season stats.
you're talking about 10 and 8 in the bubble?
He could be averaging that in the bubble.
No. Averaging a
I
double-double.
love Colin Cowherd. I think he's great. Liv Cowherd.
I didn't get to finish my take.
Hold on,
here.
hold on. Liv Cowherd, if you're out there, I
Hey,
like
wait, hold on.
your father.
Hold
Like
on,
your
hold on.
socks are great.
Wait,
like,
hold on. Where does Liv Cowherd go to school?
Arizona State. That's why I'm very much supporting.
Just had to do it.
That's why I'm very much supporting her dad. She seems like a great girl, and if I ever meet her, like that'd be great.
Get her on the
Jesse.
show.
Simp. Anyway, Colin Cowherd, what are we doing? Because you don't know. I bet you he doesn't know what Bam Adebayo looks like. I bet you he doesn't know what number he wears.
Yep. Facts.
Again, he probably doesn't pay attention because he lives in Los Angeles. Like he probably pays attention. These guys are like us. They don't pay attention to everything that goes on in the sports world. Not everything. Like they can't just pay attention to there's a lot of sports to consume.
Alex, what are you doing?
All my teams.
Yesterday, there were way too many sports on. Like it really bothered me.
You know what was the best thing that happened yesterday, Jesse?
Nobody is like that was supposed to hit and make people mad and it didn't.
Yeah, well, here's the problem with Jesse.
I want that to be a problem because
Do we remember 2 months ago when Jesse was literally crying, like, I want sports back. Let me have more sports. Why can't we just have sports? I want sports.
Jeremy. This was the reaction I was hoping for at the beginning of my beginning of my take.
Sorry, I was sweeping with my brooms.
I don't actually believe that. Yesterday's problem was great. I enjoyed having that conundrum on my hands.
Just wait till there's NFL football on Sunday too.
Hopefully.
Hold on, actually, I gotta go. Hold on.
All right. Well, we've got more segments to go to, and I just feel like we just got to go to Major League Baseball.
Wait, I do have one more honorary. What are we doing? And
what is it?
It's gonna be every day until I hear back.
Guys, look! I found TJ Warren.
Phoenix.
Get out!
TJ Warren.
Can you boot him off the call? That was terrible.
No.
I put him in the waiting room.
Anybody? Come on.
I don't.
Wow.
I'm surprised you can balance that on your head. I'll give you some credit there.
Yeah, it's
Miles Turner was inside of the trash can.
You're gonna make me lose the ball. No.
I mean, this one's gonna be a longer one.
Yeah.
What? So what? Yeah, put it on top. No, put it on top. It's got to be on top.
I wonder if I can balance the broom.
Oh.
Jesse, can you explain why some guy in the Orioles has the longest freaking
Anthony Santander. Let me tell you, he might be AL MVP.
Santander.
It's Santander.
That's how the bank is pronounced in Philadelphia, Santander. If you've watched a Champions League, the official bank, Santander.
Really?
Yeah, no, it was Santander, but then he corrected Scott Garceau, our play-by-play guy, because Gary Thorne's taken the year off because of COVID. But Scott Garceau says Santander, and it is the proper way of saying it. Yeah, but he's been like AL MVP. Like if it wasn't for Nelson Cruz, because Mike Trout's average is a little bit down as the last time I checked. Nelson Cruz right now would be AL MVP if the season ended, which is crazy.
I'm gonna look at the stats because I need to
Okay, someone needs to drug test Nelly right now.
Where's Jeremy?
He
I
has
already failed once.
Jeremy?
40. He plays in a very pitcher.
LeMahieu?
The guy is not clean. I guarantee you he's not clean.
I mean, it doesn't. Yeah, it wouldn't surprise me, but as of now, he's not like tested positive for.
Yeah, no. I'm just saying, like, someone needs to have him take a drug test as soon as possible.
Wow, that is
reckless speculation, but I think it's impressive.
Jose Abreu could get the MVP.
Yeah, AL MVP is a much less intriguing award than NL MVP.
Yeah,
a lot of
he's Tatis. Like,
yeah,
if it's not Tatis,
but you need to look at Juan Soto and Bryce Harper as well in that mix because they've both been extremely.
Bryce Harper's not going to get consideration because his team's not doing well.
His team is bad, but
his team's bullpen sucks.
We'll see what happens though. We'll see what happens in the second half of the season because he's been very good. But also, I really wanted Jeremy to be part of this, but he's just. He's gone for good.
He showed up late and
good, but Sixto Sanchez did decently in his debut. Good command, gave up a couple home runs, but Jeremy said that he looked good. He had no walks, four strikeouts. But Ryan Mountcastle, let me tell you, Orioles prospect. I've been wanting him to come up for a while, and let me tell you, 2 doubles on Sunday. He walked a bunch, and he wasn't known for his walking in the minor leagues, so made some good defensive plays, didn't make any mistakes out there in the outfield. So, yeah, Ryan Mountcastle is the future, and he is here, people. And watch out for number 6 on the Orioles. And mask up. Alex.
You have not been paying attention to me at all during this entire time.
I said mask up.
The best part was when he had the fan on his hat.
Yeah, that was excellent.
Hey, how's your World Series pick going?
My World Series pick, the Los Angeles Angels. Again,
9-20, and are about to be 9-21.
Yeah, again, I thought Shohei would be like a Cy Young caliber pitcher, and not happening. Not even close to happening.
He's not healthy. He's not healthy.
I thought my worst take was probably that the D-backs would make it to the World Series, but I think currently 4 teams in the NL West are going to go to the playoffs if the season ended today. So the D-backs have a better shot, at least. Like, they're a decent team. Like, they're the typical D-backs. Some days they look like a World Series team, and some days they look like the worst team in the league.
It's a really awful start, but since then they've been all right.
Yeah.
And now they're playing drunk baseball. So
I don't think the Angels would be like around 500 with a healthy Ohtani, though. Like, they're just a mess.
Yeah, you're right. You're right. But exit velocity. We wanted to get into this. Here's my thing with exit velocity before I give Alex the floor. Okay, so I just don't care to hear about it in a broadcast. There's much more interesting stats, in my opinion. I don't need to hear how hard a guy hits a baseball because yes, I know that the stats say that sometimes guys hit the ball hard off of pitches that aren't that hard, but just natural physics say that if a ball is 96 miles per hour, it's going to be hit off the bat pretty hard. So, I just don't care to hear about it. I'd rather hear, what number home run this is for the guy's career. Where does this rank him in the season? Or just random stats. I don't need to hear about exit velocity.
I'm going to interrupt you right here.
Launch angle,
I'm going to interrupt you right here. What did you say in your original tweet?
It's a stupid and useless stat.
That's the problem I have with it. You can be totally fine not wanting to hear it, but say it's stupid and useless. That's like exit velocity in context is how you position guys defensively, how you pitch a guy, how prospects, how they come up, how swing, how a guy is hurt, how you're using all of the power, how to fix a swing, and all of these things it is a very important stat, and there's a reason why advanced analytics has picked it up, and we see it so often. It's not a stupid useless stat. You can not like it, not want to hear it, but it's not stupid or useless.
But if you hit the ball in the right place, it doesn't matter how hard it's going. It'll be a hit.
Theoretically, yes, but
then it's stupid and useless.
A home run is better than a bloop single.
Yes, but if you are
and that bloop single, if you know what basically when you combine it with when you combine it with the launch angle, you can position a guy better. So let's say he doesn't get that bloop single, or you can rob a home run.
I'd rather have 200 bloop singles than a 196 batting average and 40 home runs.
I agree, but that has nothing to do with exit velocity.
It's just not as important as everyone makes it out to be. Like it's
It
like
is a very important stat.
Yeah, but
again,
like, is it
when in context with everything else?
Alex, okay. Alex's top 10 baseball stats. Number 10.
Top 10 baseball stats. I'm going to start off. I'm going to actually go top to bottom. WAR is number 1.
Okay. Alex's number 2 baseball. Two baseball. That was awful. Gary?
Not me. It's No, it's mute Kling. Mute Kling. Hello?
It's Kling.
Okay,
Why was I muted?
Number two, OPS.
All right. Number 3. This is taken
First pitch strike percentage.
Okay. Number 4 baseball stat.
ERA.
Number 5 baseball stat.
Batting average on balls in play. BABIP.
I like
Papa Wap dip.
What?
Percentage of plate appearances without putting the ball in play. Papa Wap dip.
I've never heard that. Chase percentage.
Chase percentage. Number 7 most important baseball stat.
On base percentage.
Number 8 important baseball stat.
Strikeout to walk ratio.
Number 9 important baseball stat.
Walk rate.
Number
From a batter's perspective, walk rate.
Number 10 important baseball stat.
Well, so it's not really pull percentage, I guess, but
that's a stat. It's a percentage. It's a stat. Okay, so here we go. I win because it's not even in Alex's 10.
But no, because
it's a useless stat.
Hold on.
I didn't see miles per hour in there, Jesse.
Right.
It doesn't matter either. Miles per hour doesn't really matter either.
Stats too.
Oh, so you admit it, even though you said that you love watching how fast a pitch is.
Yes, I love watching how fast a pitcher can pitch because
why would you not love how to see how hard somebody can?
Because it's less. I don't know. You're using a bat. Pitching is just boom.
Okay, so do you want to know how fast the guy swings the bat instead of how fast the ball goes?
Yes, actually.
I'm more concerned with where the ball ends up in both.
Exactly.
Yes, obviously. But how you get there is important because if you learn how to get there, you learn how to fix how you
what does the listener does not
launch angle. It's all about launch angle. Actually,
I personally hate launch angle.
What?
But when you use them all in context,
what's the difference?
No, okay.
It's such a terrible argument.
Let me rephrase. Let me rephrase. Okay, I like the stat of launch angle. I don't like the trend of people wanting to hit the ball higher because I think it hurts the game. There's higher strikeouts, and while there's more home runs, there's higher swing and miss.
I got a sound to play for you, Alex. We're gonna play you a little video here from one of my favorite movies of all time.
Oh yes, you get nothing, you lose. Good day, sir.
Oh, busy, sir. I just wanted to ask about the chocolate. The lifetime.
This is Johnny Depp.
Infringement.
Jeremy, shut up.
Why not?
Nobody likes that version.
What? Why?
It's terrible.
What happened?
Wrong. Under Section 37B of the contract signed by him, it states quite clearly that all offers shall become null and void if, and you can read it for yourself in this photostatic copy, I, the undersigned, shall forfeit all rights, privileges, and licenses herein and herein contained, etc., etc. Fax mentis incendium gloria culpum, etc., etc.
Yeah.
Homo bis punitor.
etc.
It's all there, black and white,
Yeah.
clear as crystal. You
lose.
stole fizzy lifting drinks. You bumped into the ceiling, which now has to be washed and sterilized, so you get
Nothing.
You lose. Good
Yeah.
day, sir.
Yeah, Alex. I win. Exit velocity is just not that important.
No, because you were arguing that you don't like it. You weren't arguing that it wasn't important.
Well, now
Those
I
are two
am. I win.
things.
I'm arguing now. Unimportant. Back to my original argument.
Very important.
Alex 100% was just quote tweeting my tweet because he knew that
No,
9 or 10 people, he knew that the same 9 or 10 people would just like the tweet. Come on.
Everyone who likes the tweet are like known Jesse haters too.
Everyone that liked the tweet, known Jesse hater, 100% was
15.
pushing for likes.
15. I got tons of reactions as well. And I don't know how Ben Young could be a Jesse hater when he doesn't.
I don't know how my boss could be
No.
a Jesse hater.
Exactly.
No, they're like the ones
Ben Young,
who-
all MCL center fielder for your Joliet Generals.
8-24.
All MCL center fielder, Wisconsin
8-24.
Oshkosh track athlete.
I win. Evan, I win, right? Exit velocity's dumb.
Put it on the poll. Has Jesse ever won an argument? No or no?
I win arguments.
Hell no.
Jeremy all
He
the
wins
time.
arguments against me all the time.
All the time.
Because
Okay,
I always.
You let him.
I'm more.
No, it's just because I argue the other side and just don't care.
Yeah, and then I'll be on. My favorite was, didn't James Harden average a triple-double last year as I was on Basketball Reference's James Harden page, looking at him not averaging a triple-double last year, and Jeremy was insisting that he
Well,
averaged.
he was telling me that James Harden is not a better player than Russell Westbrook.
I would rather have Russ.
Okay, so
It's like
question, Jesse.
I'd rather have either of them. I'd rather have Chris Paul. That's who I'd like to have. I like Chris Paul.
I'm partial to Jesse's argument because I don't like advanced stats. I don't think they're very good at predicting what they're supposed to predict, just in general. Like,
I think that's false.
in
I don't agree with that.
baseball, they're definitely better than in a sport like hockey.
Right.
In general, I just don't think they're very reliable. But I think Alex's argument was more convincing, so I'm gonna call this a wash.
So basically, who won the argument? Me, because I argued my point better.
Well, in hockey, there's obstacles being thrown at people. In baseball, there's just a ball and a player.
Well, no, baseball. there are a lot less variables, so you can.
But it's just way harder to quantify what's going to happen.
Right. Yes, that's the word I was looking for. Quantify.
Let me give you an example. In Game 6 against Calgary, Denis Gurianov had an expected goals per 60 of .31, and he scored 4 goals. So that's just a terrible stat, objectively. Yeah. It's based on quality scoring chances, ice time, like all these little variables, and it's most of the time completely wrong.
In the last 20 seconds of quarters, Goran Dragic is scoring 2.25 points per game.
That's just cherry picking a stat. That's not advanced stats. That's cherry picking a stat.
We have
Goran Dragic always scoring at the end of quarters.
We have
just like the Magic always winning game 1.
We have 15 minutes of the show left before Scott Van Pelt debuts in Washington.
There's a D-backs game on ESPN that's only in the bottom of the 7th.
Okay,
so.
then never mind. We're good for like 30 more minutes. So
we're good for an hour. How about
off the brink, on the brink.
I gotta get off because I got stuff that I do need to do. So I'll give 4 more minutes and I gotta go.
4 more minutes, you gotta go. Okay, perfect. All right, then, Alex, what do you want to? Oh yeah, okay. Here's where we'll go. FC Bayern Munich. Alex is a huge fan. Champions League champions. I was cheering for PSG. Jeremy was cheering for PSG. Yeah, Alex very excited.
Also cheering for PSG.
Obviously, Evan was rooting for PSG, but
I was rooting for more than 1 goal.
Fair, but there were some very nerve-wracking chances there at the end that Manuel Neuer, the wall, he did it. And honestly, it's the probably one of the greatest turnarounds of any sports team that I've witnessed. The way they started the year, Hansi Flick takes over in the middle of the season, and then they're undefeated in the year 2020, except for the virus. That's their only loss. Didn't lose in the Champions League. Scored the second most goals in Champions League history with four or five less games, and lost by 2 goals. So
Do it in the World Cup.
they have the third tied for the third most Champions League wins, and for the first time since I started following the team in 2014, Champions League champs.
Do it in the World Cup.
Germany did in the World Cup in 2014.
They literally just won the World Cup.
Yeah, the 2 World Cups.
But did Bayern win the World Cup?
Germany and France.
Did Bayern win the World Cup? No. Do it in the Club World Cup.
Bayern has.
Okay, then create their own country and do it in the real World Cup.
Basically, is the German national team.
Well, they need to create FC Bayern Munich Republic.
Stop taking Jesse so seriously, Alex.
They honestly probably.
No, I'm just nulling all of his arguments.
I don't see like Alex. You should agree with me on this. They need to form their own country. They need to form their own alliance.
If they did create their own country, I would become a full citizen there and live there forever.
Can I tell you how I watch soccer? By the way,
that's what you were saying, Jesse.
No, I'm saying if there was a country called FC Bayern Munich, I would be a citizen and live inside the stadium.
It would be pretty hard to live there because there's not too much room. It would easily be the smallest.
Be like Vatican City.
Hold on, Jesse. There is a ton of room. Do you know Allianz Arena?
I've seen it, but it's
very, very pretty. And
it is mostly powered by wind. You know why? You know how I know that? Because I did a project on it in 8th grade. Let's go.
Is it powered by winning now?
Would you live in one of the luxury suites or something?
Easily, just like the Boston Red Sox. Plenty of room.
Do they live in the East?
No, they have their locker rooms.
Really sad that the game-winning goal was scored by a Parisian who was in PSG's youth academy.
Who cares? He played like 2 games for like
3 as a substitute, and then he was let go and immediately signed with Bayern. So
it's not that big of a deal. He played he doesn't have like a big affiliates to PSG. Like he played
he's from Paris.
The youth team for 9 years, Jeremy.
Yeah, whatever. Like he's done way more in his career than playing for PSG.
Has he won a World Cup yet?
Jeremy, you don't understand.
Yes, he just won a World Cup.
Jesse, are you paying attention?
Jesse,
it's all that I just asked the question. I don't know if he's won a World Cup. I just wanted you guys.
France just won the World Cup. France just won the World Cup.
I really didn't watch the Men's World Cup. There was no United States.
Okay, there's only one big soccer team in Paris. If you grow up anywhere near that city, you grow up wanting.
What about Paris FC?
I said big.
They're coming up. They're up and coming.
Shut up, Jeremy.
But isn't
why would you
PSG
ever tell me to
money,
shut up? That's not very nice.
Isn't PSG new money? Like, aren't they a fairly recent big since 2002 or something?
They're one of the most historic teams in the Ligue 1. It's usually them, Marseille, and Lyon that are competing for the top. But if you
5th best league in the world, I'd rather play for Manchester.
Yeah, it's a farmers league.
Then why did Lyon make the quarterfinals?
Even if I grew up.
Hold on. No. Evan and I Evan brought up a good point, and I'm going to put my name right next to it. People crap on the Bundesliga and the France. I can't remember exactly what it is.
I don't crap on the Bundesliga.
And the 2 semifinals, Germany against France.
Bundesliga is great, but the French league,
You don't know anything about soccer. You can't say that. Name
2 other teams.
Name 2 other teams in the Ligue 1. Let's go. 2 others.
And Evan just named them, so you should.
And he just named 3 exactly.
France and France 2.
There you go.
Exactly. Discredited.
Monterrey in France. There's a Monterrey, right?
That's Mexico, Jesse.
You're thinking of Monaco.
Yeah, Monaco.
And they're not good anymore.
Their own country.
They are in the
League One.
They play in the league.
Don't worry, they're coming back because they got that Mbappe money.
By the way, I just want to say Mbappe should have scored in the last 10 minutes. That heel save.
Why did he dummy that? It was so stupid.
I thought he was seriously injured.
Okay, the 2 big issues though were huge flops. Come on. Like Neymar is that guy, but the two big scrums were off.
He played terrible in the last 13 minutes. I will say that. He played terribly.
Because he's too worried about falling to the ground.
Those last 10 minutes were also full of cards. Like, it seemed like
card
well,
it's because PSG was pushing so hard.
Yeah, but I kind of get it, but at the same time, like, you didn't have to card them on all of those.
And I think that Alphonso Davies card in the 27th minute was early.
You can give cards in the 27th minute, Alex, if it's bad enough.
He got a card in the 27th minute. I'm saying
and you can give a card if it's bad enough.
Unfortunately,
it wasn't though. He fell.
Unfortunately, there are no apps on the App Store that are yellow and red card. I was really hoping that there would be an app where you just hold it up and it's a red card.
You know, you could go on Google and look up a picture of a red card.
It would be a lot.
The color red.
It'd be a lot funnier if it was like an actual app.
Are you sure you spelled card right when you typed it in?
CARD. It came up with the Target app. It's unfortunate. Target's great though. You can buy some good stuff there. It's like more expensive Walmart.
Love Target.
All right, that's it for me.
All right, bye, Alex. Have fun.
You won the treble.
All right.
See ya.
All right. Good luck on your team or whatever. Congrats on your win. All right, he left. Jeremy, there's some. Actually, no. We'll start with hockey, and then we'll go into it. Evan, you know, I'm gonna share my screen and blow up this picture real quick. This was the tweet.
There's a lot of crucial details that you need to see in order to understand the full picture here.
Yes. Okay, so here is the. This is the agent of.
Familiar with this controversy.
This is a tweet. This tweet has been deleted, but basically this is the agent of Marc-André Fleury. He is now the backup goalie for Vegas.
I found the yellow and red card app.
You did?
Yeah.
Wow. I love it. That's awesome. But it's got DeBoer on the stick. I mean, on the sword here, and that he's putting it through Fleury like he's backstabbing him. And it's a pretty dumb move in my opinion. Fleury said Fleury didn't like it.
Fleury don't tweet, which is
this
gold. Just let him be.
This is from ESPN article that I read. It's the quote regarding that picture that came up. Hold on, I'm sorry. It just went to – okay, there, we're good. Regarding that picture that came up, Allen's been my agent for a long time. Fleury said in a news conference, I've known him since I was 15. We're always very close, always talking about hockey or other things in life. He always protects and cares a lot about his players. And cares
What's the point? Get to the point.
But he basically said he appreciates –
Robin Leonard's really good and Marc-André Fleury is eh.
He said he's here to win with his team, basically. He said he's here to win.
We've been talking about this goalie controversy on the show since the start of the return to play. And Klinger and I have both been very adamant that it's Robin Leonard's net. He's earned that starting now 9-1 since coming to Vegas. He has completely outplayed Marc-André Fleury. And Fleury is fine with this, by all accounts. He's been a backup before on cup-winning teams. He's had to split starts before. And he's played 2 games in the last 5 months. So I don't understand why. Yeah, and he's 1-1 with an 880.
Yeah,
exactly. And Leonard got a shutout last night, so that makes this whole thing even more ridiculous. But this is not the first time that Alan Walsh has done this to try and stand up for one of his players. But every time he has done this, it has backfired tremendously. The last time I remember was a situation involving Michael Frolik in Calgary a couple of years ago.
Panthers great.
He was not playing because he was coming back from a high ankle sprain and was not 100%, needed more time to recover from the injury. Walsh got on his Twitter account and portrayed this as a coach trying to run him out of town rather than a coach trying to best lineup on the ice. And what happened was Frolik did get back in the lineup eventually, played poorly, a healthy scratch again, and found himself in Buffalo a year later. So if he thinks he's helping Marc-André Fleury by doing this and making an ass of himself on Twitter, I would just advise him to go look at what happened with that Pro League situation and maybe be a little smarter next time, because there's nothing good that can come out of this. All it's going to do is sow discord in the locker room and potentially lead to a divorce between Fleury and the Knights, which is already a possibility given that Leonard's an unrestricted free agent at the end of this season. He is the number one goalie right now, and Fleury has 2 more years left on his deal at $7 million each. You can't pay Leonard and keep Fleury on that.
Unfortunate that the Seattle team's not coming and they can just, and then he can just go to another expansion team.
Right, but that's not a realistic possibility right now. So
anyway,
also,
I want Mallory's opinion.
No, I'm not done.
What? You're done. No, it's Mallory's turn now.
What?
Mallory, who has a broom on her head. Go.
Bouncing the room for like 5 minutes.
Yeah.
I agree that right now it's Leonard's net, but I think it's temporary. I think that they should keep going with him for the playoffs as if he keeps playing this well. But I think come the regular season, it's Fleury's net again.
Well, they don't want to have to, I don't think they want to have to pay Leonard the money.
Why did they go out and get Leonard in the first place?
For this run, right now.
Fleury was playing mediocre hockey at best, and they were losing games. And another thing that I find ridiculous is that the fan base is taking Fleury and Walsh's side on this, and not the guy who, need I mention again, has gone 9-1 as their starter and looks like
fan base. It lives in
Las
Vegas, Nevada. It's the middle of the desert. They've known about hockey for 2.5 years.
Okay, go on.
Thank you. Anyway, they're taking their anger out on DeBoer too, who has been fantastic as coach of the night.
Panther's great.
Serious thing. This is a serious thing. How much do people in Las Vegas, Nevada know about hockey? They don't know anything.
They don't even know how to say hockey, so I don't get what your point is right now. What the hell is hockey? Anyway.
I'm sorry. Anybody in Boston pronounces it hockey.
Yeah, and you think they know what they're talking
about? Hockey.
I could get into Bruins irrational hatred of Tuukka Rask right now and talk about that for hours, but I'm talking about a different goalie right now and a head coach who has done nothing but win since he got there. And if he's so bad, need I remind you that he beat Vegas last year? I don't care how it happened. He beat your team. He clearly knows what he's doing. So stop complaining, enjoy the playoff run, and enjoy your bona fide number one starting goalie, who again is 9-1 since being a part of your team.
Boom. Jesse, I have a problem with you for a second.
Serious.
Yeah.
Here's you say, what did I do? Here you go. Jesse, say, what did I do?
Why so serious?
Anyway, Jesse, I have a problem with you. Now, this is when you say, what did I do?
What did I do?
There you go. Jesse recently told me that LeBron has been terrible in the bubble, and then realized that he was scoring 30 points a game. And then LeBron goes off today for 30 points, 10 rebounds, and 6 assists.
Wasn't great tonight. He was very good. This is irrelevant discussion. Let's move on to
10 for 12 from the field, Jesse.
Wait. Before we move on from hockey, I just want to say that the Dallas-Colorado game 2 just ended. Dallas won it 5-2. They've now got a 2-0 stranglehold in that series.
It's not stranglehold. They won their home games. Now Dallas has to win their home games.
They were the road team.
Oh, wow. Okay. They took care of business on the road. Now they got to win the home game.
No road and home teams. It's just whoever puts on the colored jerseys.
No, they took care of business. They took care of business on the road. Now they got to take care of business at home.
Unfortunately, we're doing a show
with Colorado in the first 2 games. They are completely Colorado's banged up. They're on their backup goalie. They're missing one of their key defensemen. This is Dallas' series to lose right now.
The Minnesota North Stars.
Oh my gosh, Jesse.
On the brink, off the brink. Jeremy Schnell.
On the brink.
Hold on.
Anyway, Nate McMillan of the Pacers is on the brink of being fired.
Yeah.
On the brink.
We don't need to say it anymore. We made a sound. Okay, next one.
That's not surprising. That's not surprising at all.
Next one, Jeremy.
The Portland Trailblazers are
on the brink.
All right, next one.
The Portland Trailblazers are on the brink of being eliminated as they are down 3-1 in the series. And this was without Anthony Davis for the rest of the game. poor Portland. They look good, poor Damian Lillard, but they are on the brink of being eliminated. Now, the Colorado Avalanche are
not on the brink of being eliminated.
I don't know, dude.
down 2-0 in the series.
They're not on the
Can we
brink.
have one where they want him sound?
No, keep going.
Let's see
Anybody
what
off
else.
the brink?
Colin Cowherd is on the brink of being absolutely demolished by Joy Taylor tomorrow.
Yes, Joy Taylor is about to pop off. I'm excited.
Mallory, put the broom back on your head. Jeremy, next one.
Let's see. Is there another one?
Everybody's on the brink.
Oh,
nothing.
Sixto Sanchez is on the brink of being the best pitcher in the majors.
You know what's on the? I've got one. You know what's on the brink of not being the biggest spectacle in racing anymore? The Indianapolis 500. The Indianapolis 500 is. Okay.
I mean, the Daytona 500 had someone nearly die. So
yeah, bad year. Bad and good year for motorsports. Like, they came back first, which is pretty. I mean, I guess, yeah, I think they even came back before UFC, so that's kind of impressive. So
no, UFC came back a week before.
Oh, okay, then. Well, NASCAR's still one of the first that came back. So
and Jimmy Johnson got COVID. Wow, Jimmy Johnson! I can't believe it. He came in first last night, Jesse.
Yeah, he came in our personal record book first because Harvick's cheating.
And Truex.
Austin Dillon.
And Truex is always in the top 5.
I said it right there. Kevin Harvick, you're going to see it sometime. It's just wild speculation, but he's cheating.
He's cheating, 100%. And Truex is always in the top 5 for some reason. So
no, Truex is good, but Kevin Harvick,
there's something going on there with Truex. Truex is on the brink of something happening to him. But Jimmy Johnson, number 1 in my personal record book yesterday.
Why? Because he came third?
Yes.
All right. Let's see what we have left. We're gonna skip over. No Max tonight. He was like all in on joining. Something happened. This happens sometimes.
On the brink.
I'm gonna reserve my RNC looks like until Thursday.
What?
When
I was so looking forward to them, but
one more on the brink.
What?
Okay.
Johnny Gaudreau is
on the brink
of being traded out of Calgary. Per rumors today.
Johnny Hockey.
Oh wow! Hold on. Wait. Brett Brown is off the brink because he's gone. Brett Brown is gone.
He's on the brink of getting another job.
He's off the brink because he's fired. He's gone.
What is he on the brink of, though?
He's on the brink of going to the Knicks after they fire Tom Thibodeau like next month. Like Tom Thibodeau is gonna last like 2 months with the Knicks.
Brett Brown's Pop's going to leave the Spurs, and you think they're going to hire Becky Hammond. No, they're going to hire Brett Brown.
Okay.
Do you think Popovich is ever leaving the Spurs before he...
No, he's going to retire. He's 71 years old. All right, and there goes Jeremy Schnell. All right, Mallory.
Him or did we boot him?
What's that? I don't know what happened to him. But Mallory, update the polls from this weekend, last Friday, whatever.
Wait, can I talk about Hannah Ann in Arizona?
Yeah, actually, since we didn't get to anything entertainment, we were gonna do Big Brother. A lot of stuff got moved to different dates today. Which is kind of good because it's already been like an hour and a half almost.
So first of all, I did comment on Hannah Ann's latest post. She's not liked it yet.
Unfortunate.
I didn't think it was a strong comment, but so she was in Arizona over the weekend, as discussed on a previous show.
Yeah.
She did not reveal what locations in Scottsdale she was, but she was at a party, a birthday party, at what looked like a restaurant/club. Looked really nice, and then she looked like she was at a really nice breakfast place on Sunday. So, and now she's back in Malibu. So, I don't know. I guess when you're an influencer, you can't influence people on things that you visit. So, whatever.
Debatable. I think it was probably an influencer trip, and like she, the brunch place probably sponsored her to come there and post about it, things like that.
No, they didn't. But she didn't post the locations.
Because she probably didn't want to be like, she didn't want people showing up.
I don't know if what Mallory is doing right now is all that sanitary.
This is a brand new broom, and I have not used it on the floor yet.
It's very, I don't know, it's very intriguing. It's been there, but I was per request that it's still there, so
Well, it's here because I was a dancer for like 15 years, so I can just like.
I can balance a baseball bat on my pinky. It's balance.
I'll give you one looks like. Herschel Walker looks like the spokesperson for a testosterone booster commercial.
Is that just because he's an old athlete like that?
Yes. That's the only reason.
Also, everyone's wife who is like 50 years old is leaving their husband for Frank Thomas and his Nugenics. Like it's just like, I mean, like you really need to like make sure that you never go anywhere with Frank where there's going to be Frank Thomas and his Nugenics, because Frank Thomas could step in and be Jose Abreu today. Because number one, I'm not sure Nugenics works. Also, I think it's funny that we don't think that Frank Thomas is a steroid user, but he's on there vouching for a male testosterone booster. So, but he's clean, totally clean. We love Frank Thomas, right? Like, yeah, okay, all right, whatever.
Put this on the poll: is a male testosterone booster really just a legal steroid?
Yes, you put that on the poll.
Yeah, it's a legal steroid.
Yes, like players have gotten in trouble for it before. Like legal tests. There are some legal supplements that are banned at Major League Baseball. There is some stuff that is in GNC that is banned. All right, Mallory. Poll.
Also, did you know that the Tour de France is starting on Saturday? I didn't realize that they postponed it.
I don't care because nobody that ever.
You want to talk about steroids? I guarantee.
Ooh, that was a great transition. That was a great transition. Good job, man.
My take was about to be steroids.
Yeah, and we just that was a flawless transition on my end.
Yes.
I'm sorry.
Yes, watch the Lance Armstrong documentary. It's very interesting, and he's a horrible person. Not saying that we're all right, but I'm just saying that some people are Lance Armstrong, and some people don't lie and cheat and ruin people's lives.
Okay, polls.
Did we read Friday's polls on Friday's show?
Yeah, but we should update them because it wasn't 24 hours later. So Mallory handle those, Matt handle tonight.
Is watching baseball better on TV or radio? Because you can still watch baseball on the radio. 69% TV,
nice.
51% radio. Do you know what on the brink means? 73% yes. Is everyone in Cronkite a Colorado Avalanche fan? 65% yes. I was expecting more than that.
Wow.
Do you need a nice, good conditioner for your hair? 67% yes. Have moms always read something on that? 88% yes. Is Jesse smarter than that? 54% no. Should Jesse go to the Cardinals versus Woofed game if they allow?
The Woofed.
Woofed game if they allow reduced capacity. 50-50. Never happened before.
Yes, it's not. No, I'm going.
Did you know grocery stores take checks? 83% yes.
Because Elizabeth Warren looks like she pays with her groceries with a check.
Yeah, 100%.
Is Alex definitely annoying his roommates right now by singing along loudly to Back Home in Indiana? 75% yes.
Is that it?
Okay. Today's polls. Is the Stugotz strong in Jimmy Butler for having a Michelob Ultra commercial that he's not even in?
Yes, it was like some dude cleaning out his room in the bubble, and like there's a jersey of Jimmy Butler hanging there, and then they open up the fridge and there's Michelob Ultra. Also, it's the biggest power move ever, and I commented that, and Michelob Ultra commented back to me. So that's we've gotten a like from Pablo Torre. Pablo liked one of our tweets. I've gotten a like from JJ Redick, and Michelob Ultra is now commenting on my posts. So I'm basically Mallory.
And the show has only 81 followers.
That's better than 79.
Is the most anticlimactic thing in sports finishing a race on a caution with no fans. So I can't say it's technically a 50-50 because there's 3 options, but it's a 50-0-50. 50 on yes, 0 on no, and 50 on greatest spectacle. Are all the guys on Love Island personal trainers? 60% yes. Is the guy who tells you how much you paid for an NBA jersey a jackass? 60% yes.
For a knockoff NBA jersey.
I'm not using the word that was on this tweet. Is the Phineas and Ferb movie going to do some of it? Or all of it? 100% say some of it. Are the Magic, quote-unquote, pretty good in Game 1s? 100% say yes. Did the Miami Heat steal the tweet from Mallory? 56% say absolutely. 44% say yes. Someone with the name 305 Grind commented what tweet?
No, we've got those people on our show as Twitter now. No. No, any of these like Miami Heat stan Twitter, it's the worst. They're so bad.
Yeah. His bio is Heat, Dolphins, Man United, and Inter Miami.
Yeah, one of my people.
Yeah, Inter Miami at 1-0-5.
They won their first game. Woohoo!
Yeah, in their first game in their stadium.
Oh, you're a Sounders fan.
Yeah.
Are you surprised that Cowboys thinks the virus is a hoax? It's a 50-50, but the answer to both is no. So technically 100% yes. Finally, do reality TV stars have abnormally white teeth? This is a Love Island reference. 100% say no.
Mallory, how much of Love
I
Island?
always feel like everyone on these like dating shows and like
absolutely.
shows, they have like really white teeth.
They probably bleach their teeth. They probably go through like a full makeover. And honestly, they probably like they all get like personal trainers before they go on this stuff.
No, but they all the guys on these dating shows. Hey, I'm Todd. I'm 24 and I'm a personal trainer from California.
It's really dumb. Like, I hope to potentially go on one of them at some point in my life. All right, well, make sure to follow us on Twitter at @the letter Y and then So Serious Show.